Hello everyone, welcome to online video lecture series. Myself Dr. Anand Prakash, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Sri Krishna Government College, Kanpur. In this video lecture, we are going to learn Introduction to Microsoft Word, which is the part of a paper PC Software of Bachelor of Computer Applications. In this video lecture, you will learn Introduction to Microsoft Word, how to start Microsoft Word, definition of Microsoft Word, features and uses of Microsoft Word, and the uses of buttons, ribbons, quick access toolbars, rulers, etc. Now, we just learn how to start Microsoft Word. To start Microsoft Word, first click on the Start button, then Microsoft Office Word. It will start Microsoft Office Word application. In this application, this is the screen you can see on. In the top corner, there is a button. It is called Office button. This Office button will help you to do the routine tasks like creating a new document, opening the document already saved, save the document with different name, print the document, prepare the document for distribution, send the document like email and internet fax, publish your document as a blog, or create a document as a workspace. We will learn in these topics in the further videos. I am just giving the introduction. What are the tools available under this Office button? And last is close, to close this. And these are two buttons, Word options and exit button. This exit button will close the Microsoft Word and you will exit from this application. And if you want to work with it, you have to restart it. Now, the second step is, this is Quick Access Toolbar. In Quick Access Toolbar, there are some quick tools are given on this, like save, this is undo, and this is redo. When we type something like hello and we just delete it, then these icons are become active, like undo means it will repeat, and this is the clear undo means do and undo. These three buttons are already given, and there is one more button is given for the spelling and grammar check. There is a shortcut key F7 is also used to check the spelling and grammar. If you don't want to go with the Quick Access Toolbar and other toolbars, you can just simply press the F7 key from the keyboard and it will do the needful and check your spelling and grammar. Now this is the button to customize the Quick Access Toolbar. Here you can see save, spelling and grammar, undo and redo buttons. These buttons are basically checked, means these are placed on this Quick Access Toolbar. If you want to remove some tool, click on. Now suppose I want to remove the spelling and grammar button. I will click on this, it will uncheck it and this will disappear from this Quick Access Toolbar. And suppose I want to add new and open button also. I will click on new, click on open, these will be added, and I just want to add this spelling and grammar again. These are, you can add as many tools as you want in the Quick Access Toolbar, and you can do it from this more command button, and you can add the tools. I have added these tools. If you want to add some more tools, you can add, like I want to add paragraph. Click on the paragraph and click on add, paragraph will be added, and OK. Now you can see the paragraph is added. This is the Quick Access Toolbar. This Quick Access Toolbar is basically used to save, undo, redo, and these buttons are given on this. If you want to change that buttons will disappear, you can just click on this, it will uncheck and the button will disappear from the quick access toolbar. Now come on the ribbon. These are the ribbons. In Microsoft Office 2007, this look will appear and these are called the ribbons. You can see my cursor movement. When you click on the double click on the home, the ribbon will disappear and you can use the entire screen as your workspace. When you want these ribbons, double click on it, the ribbon will come back. And now these are the buttons available on the ribbons. Suppose I have typed hello and now I want to make it bold. Select it and click on bold. It will become bold. Now I want to change the font. Click on the font and the font will be changed. This is the font size. You can see the font size is also. Yes. If you want to make it italic, it will be italic, underline, and this is strike out button. Suppose there is many things written, but you don't know how to use the strike out. Okay, I will write. Just I will change the size, and now I write name of applicant, Mr. Miss. Now I want to write my name as an applicant and I am Mr. So I need to strike out these. These are written, but when you click on strike out, these are striked out, means these are not used. This only Mr. is used. Now this strike out button is basically used for striking out the text you don't want to use, but the text will be printed. Okay. Now this is the use of this strike out button. Now we have understand bold, italics, underline, strike out, font name and font size. These are some more buttons. This button is used to grow font size. You can use Control key with greater than key to grow the font size. I am just doing with keyboard Control and grow. Yes, this font is grow, and less than to make it small, means decrease the font. You can see this is decreasing. I am increasing, okay, and it is decreasing now. I am decreasing. This is done with the help of keyboard, but if you want to do it by this, you can click on this, it will increase, click on this, it will decrease. And this is the clear format button. This button will clear all the formattings. When I click on this, it will clear all my formattings, bold, italic, underline. Suppose I have done with font color also. I have changed the font color. Now this is the background color, and now I change the font also and the size also. I have done many things. This you can underline, italic and bold. But now you want to clear all the formattings. I have done the formatting, change the font name, change the font size, font color, background color, make it bold, make it italic, make it underline. But now I want to clear all the formattings by once. When you clear the formatting, you have to click on the formatting one by one and these will clear. But if you want to make it clear at once, click on this clear formatting and it will clear all the formatting. But only the background will remain. Now you can also clear the background. Now you can understand, students, what is the use of this bold, italic, underline, strike out, font size, font name, font type. The shortcut key of the font changing is, change the font face is Control plus Shift plus F, and the size is Control plus Shift plus P. When we click this Control plus Shift plus P, I am just pressing it, Control plus Shift plus P, it will open the font window. A pop-up will open and you can change. You can change the font size. Okay. You can change the font type, bold, italic, underline, bold and italic bold. These are the font style. This is the name of the font, font style, font size, and this is font color. You can do everything from this font pop-up window. You can do strikeout, you can do double strikeout, you can superscript it, you can subscript it, you can make a shadow behind it, outline it, emboss. Emboss means ubhra hua, engraved dhasa hua. These are the engraved and embossed. You can apply these settings and we select. When we did not select it, it will apply to next. Okay friends, this is the use of these buttons. Now can you use this subscript and this is superscript. Suppose you want to write H2O. Now I write H2O, and this is not happening in a chemical formation. I have to write it H2O in a chemical formation. Then I have to make it subscript. It is subscript. Now it is subscripted. And when I change the font size, you can see it clearly. This is subscripted. And suppose I want to make a formula, a square plus b square. A square plus b square. And this is a square and b square. You can go for this and check it. It is superscripted. And you can click on this and this. Now you can see that it is superscripted. A square plus b square. You can check it, how to write these. When you write it on the top of any font, upper side it is called superscript. In the down side, bottom side, it is called subscript. Now dear students, you have learned how to start the Microsoft Word, how to use the Office button, how to use the Quick Access toolbar, how to remove and add some items like shortcut of saving, undo, redo, open in the Quick Access toolbar. And after that you have learned how to change the font, how to change the font size, make a text bold, italic, underline, strikeout, subscript, superscript, and increasing and decreasing the font size, clear the formatting. And now this is what? Change case. Suppose I have written this and I want to make it completely in uppercase, but I have written it in the lowercase. Now this is the facility. Select this and click on the uppercase option. All my text is converted into uppercase. You can see it. I have increased the font size. Now you want to make it as a lowercase. All will be converted into the lowercase. Suppose you want to convert in a sentence case, means the first letter will be capital and all the letters will be small in it. It is called a sentence case. Now you want to capitalize the each word of the each letter of the word, means name, N will be capital in name, O will be capital in O, A will capital in application, and like this. You can see. Now you understand how to use this option, what is called case, change case or case. In this change case, you can change the all selected into uppercase, lowercase, and other options like uppercase, lowercase, sentence case, capitalize